when I had a sudden amniotic fluid embolism during childbirth. My husband David Johnson didn't come. After being pulled back from death's door by the doctors, I saw David's assistant had posted a kissing photo with him. Came to Potala Palace with the one I love most. I didn't cry or make a fuss. Moved out of the house. And only left him a divorce agreement. Later, I heard that after seeing the divorce agreement, his eyes turned red and he smashed everything in the entire house. Hurry, hurry. Send her to the operating room. Prepare for tracheal intubation. Establish an arterial line urgently. Get blood ready. In my dazed state, I only heard the doctors anxiously speaking beside my ear. I tried hard to speak, but couldn't utter a word. Where is the patient's family? Notify the family. She came alone. She's almost dying. Where the hell is her family? I'm an orphan. My only family is David. But he happened to be on a business trip. And his phone was unreachable. I didn't know what he was doing. Thinking of this, my consciousness completely faded. When I woke up again, it was already a week later. The doctor in front of me was beaming with joy. You're finally awake. My first reaction was to touch my belly. My baby. The joy on the doctor's face froze, replaced by sorrow. I'm sorry. We did our best. You had a sudden amniotic fluid embolism. We resuscitated you for a week. Used up all the hospital's blood. Just to pull you back from death's door. Let alone save the baby. The doctor's words echoed in my ears. My eyes grew increasingly sore. A week ago, while shopping, my stomach suddenly hurt badly, and a passerby brought me to the hospital. Then I had a sudden amniotic fluid embolism. My due date was next month. But now the baby was gone. I felt like even breathing was difficult. I took out my phone to call David, but no one answered. I then checked WeChat. He hadn't contacted me these days. At that moment, I saw that Sophia Williams had sent me a message. Sent a week ago. Check moments. I clicked into her moments, and the content inside almost made me faint. She posted a photo kissing David, with Potala Palace in the background. Caption: Went to Potala Palace with the one I love most. The sending time was also a week ago, when I had an amniotic fluid embolism and almost died. My husband was traveling with his assistant. Kissing. Is this what he called a business trip? I covered my chest. My heart aching so much that I trembled all over. I fainted again. When I woke up again, David called me. Emily, what's wrong? When you called me earlier, I was busy. His voice was as gentle as usual, without any abnormality. Such gentleness at this moment felt like a knife stabbing deeply into my heart. I suppressed my discomfort. What are you doing? I'm on a business trip. So busy today. Met 2 clients. But I listened to you. Didn't drink. Look. This is how David usually treats me. Where he's on business. Where he's staying. Who he's met with, every little detail. He reports everything to me. Everyone says, the mighty David, with his illustrious reputation, has seen all kinds of beauties. Yet he only bows to me. I touched my empty abdomen, cold tears rolling down. Emily, why aren't you speaking? Are you in a bad mood? No. I wiped my tears. Just checking in. It's fine. Have a good trip. After hanging up, my emotions couldn't hold back anymore. I covered my face and cried. Then, my phone suddenly beeped. It was a text from Sophia Williams. 1997043 is my TikTok account. It has everything about your David's business trip. 1997043 is David Johnson's birthday. I composed myself and searched for the TikTok account. She had just updated a video. It was a video of her and David eating barbecue at a street stall. She was holding her phone. David was feeding her barbecue, and he thoughtfully prepared a hot drink for her, gently saying, "Your period is coming soon. Eat less of this unclean stuff." She laughed proudly. The usually cold David actually remembers a girl's period. Seeing this, I turned off my phone. gripping it tightly, trembling all over. She seemed to be showing off to me that she loves my David. Have you never seen David like this before? You always pressure him. Make him sleep early and wake up early. Drink all kinds of health tonics. Only when he's with me is he truly relaxed. Sophia sent another text, every word dripping with pride. I really hadn't seen David like this. Usually, he's a workaholic. Never goes shopping or traveling with me. Because of this, he has stomach problems. So I make him drink health tonics and develop the habit of sleeping and waking early. I still didn't reply to Sophia. David and I have been married for 10 years. For something like this, I want him to tell me himself. I sent him a text. When you have time, give me a video call. Then I kept waiting for him to call me. At night, after the nurse came for rounds and turned off the lights for me to rest, his video call never came. On Sophia's TikTok account, I saw she had updated again. It was a photo of a man and woman lying in bed, covered with a blanket, only shoulders visible. He's so thoughtful. When we travel together, he even brings his own bedding set from home. Below, many netizens commented, so envious of the blogger and her boyfriend's love. Guys like this are really rare. My guy just sleeps when we go out. Wishing you a long and happy relationship. I clicked into her profile and found she became popular after posting a video of her and David at the Potala Palace, gaining many likes and followers. In the video, the usually clean and noble David, at the Potala Palace, bowing step by step, praying for her. Everyone thinks he's a good man, very envious of Sophia, but they don't know. This man is my David. While he was praying for someone else, I was in the operating room, half my body in hell. That night, I slept not a wink all night. I waited all night but never got a call from David Johnson. Back in college, we were young and reckless, traveling whenever we felt like it. We went through a lot together, and he truly loved me then. Now, he's probably tired of the daily grind, the routine life revolving around the kids. It's fine. I'll let him go. But before that, I'm giving him a big surprise. I saved screenshots of all Sophia Williams' TikTok posts. I know David still loves me because our marriage has no issue. She just wants to cheat while keeping things normal with me. But I won't let him have it his way. When he gets back, I'll make a collage of these TikTok screenshots and my daily photos to show him firsthand what I endured while he was off traveling. That afternoon, I finally got a video call from David. I hurriedly changed into nice clothes and sat by the window. Emily, I saw these accessories while on my business trip. See if you like any, he said. In the video, a Tibetan vendor was selling local jewelry at a stall. I like that safety lock, I replied. I'll bring it for the baby when it's born, he said. That safety lock would later become a tool to break David's heart. Okay, I said softly. He paid for it immediately and switched the camera angle. On the other end, he looked full of tenderness. I've been busy lately. Take good care of yourself and the baby alone. I'll be back when your due date nears, he added. I murmured. David, do you miss me? Of course. I miss your cooking and holding you to sleep. I'll be back soon, he answered cheerfully, showing no signs of his affair. I have to get back to work now. I'll call when I'm free. Okay. As the call ended, my heart felt like a piece was missing. Sophia's TikTok updated again. This safety lock is beautiful. He said he'll bring it for our future child. The lock in the picture was identical to the one I'd just picked. She was deliberately provoking me. I remembered introducing Sophia to David as his assistant. She came from a poor family and had just graduated. During her interview, she ran into me, and feeling sorry for her, I had David give her the job. Little did I know it was inviting a snake into the nest. Everyone at the hospital knows David's wifey prepaid $200,000 there for my childbirth. So they're very attentive, with nurses delivering meals daily and helping me recover. Sophia keeps posting on TikTok every day. sharing videos of their lovey-dovey moments. I know she's trying to upset me. At first, I was genuinely hurt after all. Even a loyal dog that leaves after years would make you sad, let alone a person. However, I won't let such emotions hold me back for long. Being persistent is like drawing a prison for myself and torturing myself. It's just about men. If they're tainted, just let them go. Time passed quickly, and a month later, I recovered and was discharged from the hospital. Today was also the day David was coming back. He had sent me a message on WeChat early, saying he wanted to eat the meals I cooked and asking me to wait for him at home. I replied to him right away. Okay. I'll wait for you at home. I've also prepared a surprise for you. Come back early. After sending this message, Sophia sent me a photo on WeChat. She was wearing stockings and had her legs on David's lap while he was massaging her. Ugh. I immediately felt a surge of acid in my throat. It was really disgusting and filthy. My heart ached terribly. David, I hope this is the last time I'll feel heartbroken for you. I asked a lawyer to draw up a divorce agreement, put it back at home, placed a photo album beside it, and installed a surveillance camera. I wanted to see David's reaction with my own eyes. I carried my luggage and rented an apartment. After getting everything in order, I turned on my phone to check the surveillance at home. Emily, I'm back, David said as he pulled his suitcase and pushed the door open. Emily, where are you? After looking around but not finding me. His eyes fixed on the divorce agreement on the table. The smile on his face froze immediately. David's hands were shaking as he opened the divorce agreement. I had already signed it inside. With a pat, the divorce agreement slipped from his hands and fell to the ground. He fumbled to take out his phone and was about to call me when he saw the photo album beside it. It read, "Presented to David by Emily." When he opened the first page, there was a photo of my sudden amniotic fluid embolism case at that time. And beside it was a photo of him and Sophia kissing under the Padala Palace. There were also the words I wrote when I was almost on the verge of death. You were with your mistress. On the second page, there was a photo of me getting in 4 drip in the hospital ward. And beside it was a screenshot from a Douyin video of him and Sophia eating barbecue. On the third page, I was pale from the abdominal pain while he was accompanying Sophia to buy a safety lock. David, our child is gone. Keep the safety lock for the child you'll have with Sophia later. Page after page of the puzzle-like photos formed a sharp contrast. I was suffering while David was having a good time. These were like swords, stabbing hard into his heart. His face was pale, and his whole body was trembling. He couldn't bear to look anymore and closed the photo album with a pop. Emily. His eyes were red-rimmed, full of guilt. He took out his phone and called me. Emily, I don't want to divorce you. Please listen to my explanation. I sneered. Explain what? Explain how you and Sophia betrayed me. Or explain that when I was about to die, you were praying for her. David, is this what you call a business trip? Sorry. I didn't know that my due date was approaching. So you went on a trip with your mistress. Right. He sobbed softly and started to play the victim. Emily, I can't live without you. And you don't have any family. Where can you go without me? Please come back. Okay. There's no one in this world that you can't live without. David, I'll live a better life without you, I said in a cold voice. I was calmer than I thought I'd be. Maybe I'd already been disappointed in him when I was in the hospital. What about Lily? Don't you want her anymore? You're her real mother. David's words left me silent. Lily is the daughter I gave birth to for him 3 years ago. But I've never spent a single day with her. Because after she was born, she was taken away by David's mother. I'm not abandoning her. She can live a good life with you. I know very well that I don't have the ability to fight for custody against the Johnson family. Lily won't suffer if she's with him. I won't let the child become a tool to hold me back. I'm an independent person with independent thoughts and won't be restricted by anything. After hanging up the phone, I saw David with red-rimmed eyes. He was so furious that he smashed his phone. He also smashed everything in the house that he could. These things are just like the love between David and me. Once smashed, it can never go back. In a daze, I recalled the past with David. We grew up together. We were childhood sweethearts, going to school and studying together every day. Later, when my parents died in an accident, he accompanied me all the time and helped me out of the gloom. At that time, he always said, "David will always belong to Emily alone." Later, after graduating from college, he proposed to me. He said, "David will never let Emily down." Then he inherited the family property and became Mr. Johnson. Respected by everyone. Almost all the women in the city were after him, but he wasn't seduced. He still only had me in his heart. He even bought an entire island just to hold a grand wedding. Everything he did showed his love for me. But isn't loving someone supposed to mean being loyal? I don't understand why he cheated. I also don't understand what love really is. Why can one person's love be shared between two women? Sophia found me. She was wearing David's white shirt. The top two buttons were undone, revealing the red marks on her neck. There was a look of pride on her face. "Sis Emily." Mr. Johnson was in a bad mood last night. He spent the whole night with me, and we didn't take any precautions. He said he wants me to have a baby for him. Now she's completely different from the poor student I saw before. She's beaming with joy, wearing a famous brand watch on her hand and limited edition shoes. They should all be gifts from David. "Do you want me to praise you?" The other woman, for being charming. I looked at her. She gritted her teeth in anger. The one who isn't loved is the other woman. Mr. Johnson loves me more. He'll accompany me to have barbecue in the middle of the night and make brown sugar water for me when I'm on my period. Shoo, keep your voice down. Do you think these things are something to be proud of? I gently helped her tidy her hair. Her face was a bit pale. "Sophia, you still don't understand David. If he really loves you, he won't leave you without a proper status." "He loves me," she said angrily. "Just wait and see. I'll make him give me a proper status." After saying that, she turned around and left. Really, I'm also looking forward to her getting that proper status. Then I can completely get rid of David. I started to dress myself up and apply for jobs. Over the years, although I've been a full-time housewife at home, I've also been working hard to learn and try not to be out of touch with society. I like fashion design. My former dream was to become a well-known fashion designer. Unfortunately, as soon as I came out of the company after the job interview, I ran into David. His Maybach was parked by the roadside. Flamboyant and eye-catching, he got out of the car and came over to hold my hand. "This company is in cooperation with me. If you want to work there, it's just a matter of my word." What he meant was to make me yield to him and go home with him. In the past, he would never talk to me like this. He would only gently coax me to go home. I don't know what Sophia said to him to make him like this. I pushed his hand away. "No need. Don't be angry. Okay." He suddenly hugged me tightly, restraining me. "Please listen to me explain slowly. I was just infatuated with Sophia for a moment. You're the only one in my heart. After all, now that I've reached this position, it's normal to have some affairs outside." I never expected to hear such words from his mouth. At this moment, I clearly realized that the once high-spirited young man who only had me in his heart was gone forever. So, the deep affection of youth can really turn into mutual loathing. Sign the divorce agreement as soon as possible, or I'll sue you. I have all the evidence of your infidelity. I pushed him away coldly. He got a bit angry. "It's Lily's birthday today. Aren't you going back to the Johnson family mansion? You, her biological mother, haven't visited her for 3 years." His words stunned me. 3 years ago, after I gave birth to Lily, I suffered from postpartum depression. At that time, David had an affair. I found him chatting flirtatiously with a female star on his phone. I had a big fight with him. He explained to me that because I had just given birth and he couldn't release his desires, he felt so bad that he went to someone else. At that time, seeing the baby was so young, I chose to forgive him, but the knot in my heart has always been there. Soon after, I was diagnosed with depression. Mrs. Johnson was afraid that I would affect the child, so she took Lily away forcefully. For 3 years. They haven't let me visit her once. Every time I wanted to see her, they would make excuses to refuse. They deprived me of my right to be a mother. Why are they blaming me now? I still followed David back to the Johnson family mansion. After all, Lily is my biological daughter. But when I got there, I saw her painting with Sophia. Mrs. Johnson was peeling fruit beside them, laughing heartily. I froze in place. And David Johnson also looked somewhat displeased. Sophia Williams, what are you doing here? Sophia Williams wore a hurt expression. Lily Johnson said she missed me. We've been away for a month. And she said we've been neglecting her. As she said this, she glanced at me, a flicker of triumph in her eyes. A mistress is just a mistress. With these petty tricks, I ignored her and just looked at the well-behaved Lily Johnson. 3 years had passed, and she had grown so much. Lily, I am Emily Smith. Hearing this, she seemed provoked and charged at me, shoving me hard. David's expression changed abruptly, and he pushed her away. Lily Johnson, what are you doing? Lily Johnson immediately burst into loud sobs. Wah! I don't want her here. She's a bad woman. I only want Sophia. Lily Johnson's words chilled me to the bone, and my heart nearly shattered. I never imagined the daughter I carried for 10 months would say such a thing now. Lily, you can't say that. This is your mother. Your real mom. Call her quickly. Sophia crouched on the ground, patiently guiding her, acting as if she were her mother. Just as I was about to speak, Sophia said in surprise, Emily, why is your belly smaller? Where is your child? This drew Mrs. Johnson's sharp gaze. She stared intently at my stomach. Where is the child? I let out a mocking laugh. In your daughter-in-law. And you didn't even know my child is gone. Oh, right. On the day I suddenly had stomach pains on the road, was rushed to the hospital, and had an amniotic fluid embolism. Your son was touring the Potala Palace with this woman right here, and that day, you were also vacationing in Macau. So you didn't know my child was lost. My words made Mrs. Johnson's face turn grim. When I was in the hospital, not a single person from the Johnson family came to care for Mite. Was all the nurses. I checked. Every one of them was traveling. And there I was, suffering in the hospital. Enough. David suddenly spoke up. Mom, Emily was about to give birth. And you went off traveling. Then he took my hand. Today is Lily's birthday. So let's drop this. Hearing this, Lily started wailing again. I don't want this bad woman at my birthday. I don't. I only want Sophia to be my mom. Daddy, didn't you sleep with Sophia? With a sharp slap, David angrily struck her. What nonsense are you spouting? I'm not lying. Sophia is clearly better. She spends every day with me. But this bad woman never did. She abandoned me. My heart turned to ash, and my eyes stung with tears. My husband didn't want me anymore. My child didn't want me anymore. Fine. I'll leave. You're Sophia. And your daddy, you're the real family. David Johnson. Tomorrow is the final deadline. If you don't hand over the divorce agreement to me, I will sue you directly. David Johnson grabbed my hand. The child was just talking nonsense. And you believe it too. I only believe what I see with my own eyes. I slowly pried his hand off. I shouldn't have forgiven you back then. As soon as I said that, his face turned pale instantly. I then looked at Sophia Williams. Hurry up and get David to give you a proper status. That way, you'll become Mrs. Johnson. Finally, I looked at Lily Johnson. Her face streaked with tears. I didn't abandon you. It was your father and your grandmother who took you away from me. I hoped she would understand these words when she grew up. As I reached the door, David smashed a cup in anger. "Don't you want Lily anymore?" "No. I don't. I don't want either of you anymore." Stepping outside, I suddenly felt a weight lift off my shoulders. All these years, the guilt over Lily and David's infidelity had felt like a knife repeatedly torturing my heart. Now, that knife was finally gone. By the time David followed me out, I had already gotten into a taxi. In the rearview mirror, his eyes were bloodshot as he roared at me not to leave. If he cared so much about me, couldn't he just control his lower body? But he simply couldn't stay faithful to our relationship. That night, I surprisingly slept very well. For years, I had suffered from insomnia every night, always burdened with worries. Now, I finally felt at peace. The next day, I didn't receive the divorce agreement from David. He texted me, "Stop making a fuss. I really know I was wrong this time. And it'll change. I've already cut all ties with Sophia. I'm begging you. Come back. After so many years of feelings between us, are you just going to throw it all away?" It wasn't me who gave up first. He was the one who abandoned us. I didn't reply to him. Instead, I clicked into Sophia's TikTok account and found she had posted another video of her interacting with Lily. The scene looked warm and beautiful, as if reminding me that they were the real family. I forwarded the video to David. "This will all serve as evidence of your infidelity." Soon after, I sued David, including Sophia. As the other woman, I had the right to demand the return of the money David spent on her. During the lawsuit process, I found a new job. It was a newly opened fashion design company. And I heard the boss had returned from abroad. It was also the only company in the country that didn't collaborate with David. But David kept bothering me at work, trying to harass me. For example, today, he suddenly bought a huge bouquet of flowers and came to see me. "Come home with me. I'm begging you. Emily, the child is still waiting for you at home." He was dead set on ruining my job. So I took him outside. "If you harass me again, I'll call the police." He immediately hugged me. "Emily Smith, we haven't divorced yet. You are my wife. Why can't I come to see you?" That night, he got drunk again and came to my house. As soon as he entered, he started tearing at my clothes. "Emily, I miss you so much. Come home with me. I want to drink the healthy soup you make." I slapped him hard. "Wake up. We can't go back. David Johnson, if you really loved me, you wouldn't have cheated. I won't do it again. But you're already dirty. Dirty inside. No matter how many times you wash, you won't be clean." Those words seemed to stab him deeply in the heart. He stepped back a few steps, his eyes red, and said, "I'm sorry. I just thought that as long as I love you, I can change. And we can stay together. A shattered mirror can't be restored." After that day, David didn't come to see me for several days. He just messaged me on WeChat, saying he would prove to me that he had really changed. Soon, I filed a lawsuit against Sophia Williams. David had spent $5 million on her. She needed to repay it in full within 5 years. Walking out of the courthouse, she clenched her fist in anger. "Emily Smith, you're so damn vicious." She probably never imagined that every photo and video she boasted to me about became evidence of her being a mistress. The vicious one is you. When you were a poor student, I gave you a helping hand. But you seduced my David Johnson. Those 2 sentences made her unclench her fist. She lowered her head, unable to say a word. "Sophia, after you joined the company, I helped you rent an apartment, charged no rent, arranged the best position for you, and gave you the highest salary. I have a clear conscience. I did nothing wrong to you. From now on, take care of yourself." After saying that, I turned and left, because Sophia had to publicly apologize to me on the platform. So my lawsuit against her caused quite a stir online. Everyone was cursing her. "I thought you and that man were really a couple. Damn. Turns out you're a homewrecker. TSK TSK." Mistresses are so brazen these days. David himself also posted an apology statement on social media. He said that everyone makes mistakes, and this time he would improve and win me back. His so-called change was just finding different ways to confess to me. But I could tell that those scene setups were all hired by him. The boy who used to make the cake by hand for my birthday no longer exists. There was still a month until the lawsuit with David. To prevent him from harassing me, I asked a male colleague from our company to be my shield. His name was Yi, a college student who had just returned from studying abroad. Emily, your ex-husband isn't sincere about winning you back. After work, he and I stood at the company entrance, watching the people David hired dance in front of me. This is clearly a hired team. I know, I responded softly. And when I saw David coming with flowers, I linked arms with Yi. David Johnson's eyes narrowed sharply, his face burning with anger. Emily Smith, have you found a new lover so quickly? I leaned against Yi's shoulder. Don't bother harassing me anymore. My boyfriend won't be happy. Yi played along perfectly, his large hand wrapping around my waist. Mr. Johnson, young people don't give flowers when they date these days. Besides, Emily doesn't like flowers. Yi was right. I don't like flowers. Compared to bright, showy blooms, I prefer simple, unadorned gifts. Emily, do you really like him? David's face darkened, the veins bulging on his hand as he held the flowers. Yes, I like him very much. As soon as I said it, he hurled the flowers to the ground. The vibrant rose petals scattered everywhere. He charged over and punched Yi, but I quickly stepped in front of Yi, and the fist slammed hard into my face. My mouth instantly filled with the taste of blood. Without a word, Yi retaliated with a punch to David. You're a fucking bastard. David's face turned pale. You actually blocked the punch for him. You really don't love me anymore. I don't, I managed to say, after I was taken to the hospital. David left. Yi said that when David left, he asked him to tell me he was sorry. If sorry were enough, there wouldn't be so many separated people in this world. After that, David didn't come to see me. I finally had some peace and quiet. But on the day before our lawsuit, I suddenly got a call from him. His voice was tearful. Emily, I got into a car accident. Can you come see me? To be safe, I skipped work and brought Yi along. Yi grinned carefreely. I'm going to report you for skipping work. The boss isn't even here. Where are you going to report me? Honestly, since I joined this company, I've never seen the boss. Everyone says he's still abroad. Yi just smiled without saying anything. Soon, we arrived at the hospital. David lay in bed, looking very weak, with Lily Johnson beside him. When he saw me, his eyes lit up with joy. But when he spotted Yi behind me, the joy vanished from his eyes. You brought him again. And our daughter is right here. Are you neglecting our daughter for him? Lily burst into tears at the sight of me. Bad woman. I don't want her. Sophia said she's a bad woman and will be mean to me. At that moment, I realized Sophia had taught her to say that. I looked at her. Lily, even though you're young, you need to learn to discern whether people are good to you or not. Your Aunt Sophia isn't related to you by blood. Why would she be so nice to you? Emily didn't fully understand. But this time she didn't call me a bad woman again. David struggled to sit up in the hospital bed. Emily, I'm in so much pain. Can you ask the man beside you to leave and stay with me alone? I suffered much more pain when I had an amniotic fluid embolism suddenly than you do now. My words left him speechless. After a long while, he said, Sorry, I knew you were helpless at that time, but I didn't know what was going on outside. And you didn't tell me either. So it's still my fault then. Right. When I said this, I saw a look of fear on Lily's face. I quickly skipped this topic. Okay, you have a good rest. I just came to check how serious your problem is. If there's nothing wrong, I'll leave. With that, I left with Yi. Your experience is even more tragic than I thought. Your child doesn't love you. And your husband had an affair. On the way, Chen-Yi said while driving. Do you think him pitiful? No. I think you're very brave. A glint flashed in his eyes. You faced all these things independently and still managed to live a strong life. It's really amazing. The next day was the day of my lawsuit with David. Maybe he thought there was still a chance to turn things around. So he brought Lily to apologize to me. Lily mumbled, "Sorry." I could tell that she was very reluctant. Then, Sophia suddenly showed up. When Lily saw her, she immediately rushed over. Aunt Sophia. David's face turned pale. Get back here right now. Sophia pulled her over. Mr. Johnson. I didn't come here on purpose. I just. Stop pretending. David interrupted her. You got close to me for money. Right. I've already found out. Now that you need to pay back the money. You want to seduce me again like before, don't you? With that. He pulled Lily over. You're almost 4 years old. You should tell who your real mother is. A mother is the one who carried you in her womb for 10 months and gave birth to you. Your Aunt Sophia means nothing. Lily lowered her head. I know, Dad. Sophia. From now on, we have nothing to do with each other. Pay back the money you owe us quickly. Maybe Sophia didn't expect that the man who was so nice to her before would say such things to her now. She looked so bad that she bit her lips and couldn't say a word. Finally, she left. David looked at me expectantly again. Emily, can we? The lawsuit is starting. I said coldly and then turned around and walked into the court. An hour later, the lawsuit was over. The court ruled that I, Emily Smith, divorced David Johnson. I got half of the property. And the child, Lily Johnson, was given to him. Compared with me, a single mother, the wealthy Johnson family is more suitable to raise Lily. Well, it's okay. Lily will have a life of plenty following him, although she won't have any affection for me, her mother. As long as she lives well. As I walked out of the court gate, David, looking extremely sorrowful, called out to me, Emily, you really don't want me anymore. I'm so heartbroken. Have you really forgotten our years of relationship? I looked at him calmly. When I was in the hospital and saw you traveling with Sophia Williams every day, I was also in great pain. Your actions were like a knife, gradually cutting our relationship apart. Then, I stepped closer and whispered to him. Once when you had an affair with that actress, I tried to kill myself for you. David, our relationship didn't suddenly end. There were signs a long time ago. His face turned pale, and there was guilt in his eyes. I'm sorry. If I could start over. I interrupted him. When you said you'd never let me down, I would have turned around and left without hesitation. As soon as I said this, tears welled up in his eyes, and he looked completely devastated. Once upon a time, David kept saying that he would never let Emily down. But now, he has long forgotten those words. David, I've realized that promises are the most worthless and untrustworthy things. These words seemed to shatter the last string in his mind. He collapsed on his knees and kept saying sorry to me. Later, I quit my job and left the country. I wanted to take a break and then slowly pursue my career in fashion design. Before leaving, I saw David post on his social media. One mistake can really ruin everything. I regret it so much. But what's the use of regret? Those who do wrong have no right to regret. When I arrived at my destination, I found Chen-Yi waiting for me in the distance. He was wearing a baseball uniform and smiling brightly. Emily, you want to run away after using me. You skipped work so many times. I haven't settled the score with you yet. Damn it. So he was the boss. I turned around and wanted to leave. But he followed me and said, I'm going to stick with you for the rest of my life. The future is long. Who knows what will happen?